Hello, this is Jessica with On a Stack of Books, and today's video is a book tag video.
Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this video. Time to dive into the book.
So this tag was created originally in 2022, but it was revived and brought back by Cliff at Cliff's Dark Gems, and then also Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading. My friend Nikki at My Messy Bookshelf tagged me, and I am happy that she did because I did want to do this tag. I saw Kelly's and it looked like fun. So, okay, the first prompt is, what was your first booktube video? Mine, like Nikki's, was also the newbie tag. And, in hindsight, I don't think it's the best first video because I think you have to put yourself out there first and then sort of introduce, because I used a book craft and it, so I think everybody looks back and goes, I could have done better. That wasn't the best choice, but that was the first video. How many books are you currently reading? And I am reading 4. I have In Cold Blood by Truman Capote is my audiobook that I'm listening to. I am reading Lonesome Dove. And I am also reading Ride the Spiral on my Kindle. And technically I am about halfway through Sanibel Flats, but I've kind of put it to the back burner. It hasn't been super great. So 4 books. I have a bad habit of reading multiple books at once, which I think goes in line with being like a mood reader. So if I'm feeling, so I'll read several books. Number 3, what were the top 3 books you read last year? And I went back in Goodreads, because my memory fails me. My only 5 stars, this is what were the top 3 books you read last year. So I had several 5 stars last year. And so I would say my top 3 were Cooked by Michael Pollan, Educated by Tara Westover, and A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson. And I have talked at length about all 3 of those. So, and then how many books did you read last year? Again, thank you, Goodreads, for keeping track of this. 71 books. Now that does include 6 that I was reading with my daughter. But they were still, I would say, substantial books. They weren't, little. I mean, they were chapter books. They're young, but they were good books like Wonder and, what were some of the other ones? But, Kate DiCamillo, Tiger Rising, The One and Only Bob, what was some of the other ones? Esperanza Rising. We read that one for a while. That had a lot of good vocabulary. 71, or you could say -6 if you don't want to count those, but that was last year. And number 5, how many books have you rated as 5 stars this year? Only 2 so far. Memoirs of a Geisha and The Briar Club. So those, I am definitely stingy with my 5 stars. They have to, blow me away and just, be amazing. And I save those 5 stars for those ones. So far that's it. A lot of 4 stars, read a lot of great books, but those were my only 5s. Number 6, do you have a reading target for this year? Are you on track? So based on Goodreads, I set a goal of 50 books. Right now it says I'm at 24. Once I finish, these 4 that I'm reading, I think so. Yeah, I think I'm on track. How many pages long is the book you are reading now? And we'll go with Lonesome Dove, because it's the longest book that I'm reading right now. and it's 945 pages. I am on page 897. I am going to finish this probably today, because this is definitely a book that I cannot put down. Number 8, how long are your videos? They stay between 10 and 20 minutes. I don't think I pay a huge amount of attention to the length, but I do try to keep them down because I know that can be a deterrent. But if it's a vlog, if there's a reason for it, and if you kind of say like this is going to span over, I don't think there's anything wrong with a 30-minute video, because I certainly have watched longer videos, but usually I watch them while I'm doing something else too. So there's that. Number 9, do you have a favorite number? I don't think I do. Yeah. No. And number 10, last question. Do you have a book on your shelf with a number in the title or on the cover? I found 3. So I have Station 11. I have 1 by 1. And I have The 10,000 Doors of January. I find it interesting that all 3 of those, the numbers are written out and not in numeric form. So this was a really fun, quick, easy tag. It helps to kind of go back and go through your Goodreads or whatever app you use to keep track. So I enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll be reading.